Olá, meus queridos, eu sou o Dimitri, você está assistindo Kozma Games e hoje vamos continuar com o jogo Before Your Eyes, o jogo que é uma narrativa muito legal e que você controla com o olho, você controla piscando. Então eu tenho uma outra câmera aqui registrando o meu olho, porque tudo que a gente jogar aqui a gente joga piscando ou não piscando. Tem hora que a gente não pode piscar. Então é muito legal. Esse é o segundo vídeo aqui, é o segundo vídeo da série. Assistam o anterior para entender melhor como funciona e vamos continuar, que é uma narrativa muito, muito legal desse jogo. Vamos lá. Before Your Eyes. Piscamos e avançamos. Aqui Eita, tá tendo uma discussão aqui. Tá tendo uma discussão. Ele tem uma chance de ser bom em alguma coisa. Nossa. Ela tá depositando todas as esperanças aqui no filho, né? Bom, ele vai sair de casa com a Chloe, que a Chloe vai telefonar pra ele. Olha aqui.
Lights out. You need to be rested for tomorrow. Memory consolidates when you're asleep. So if you go to sleep now, you will awaken a master. Trust me.
Nossa, é amanhã que vai ter o exame, mas aí ele vai sair, o exame lá do piano, mas ele vai sair com a Chloe. Eita, olha o telefone aí. Tente dormir ou escape. Ah, vamos escapar com a Chloe aqui. Eu não achei que você... Eu achei que você não ia pegar o telefone. Eu achei que você era... Eu pensei que você era um nenezinho. Me enganei pensando que você era um nenezinho. Olha lá. Vamos encontrar na praia, ó. Vamos dormir na praia.
I'm really glad you're here.
Tô feliz que você tá aqui.
There's something I've been meaning to talk to you about. Or to get off my chest.
Tem uma coisa que eu quero te falar.
Okay. I don't think Consters is actually a really good game. My cousin Yoon, he was in town this weekend, and he was explaining how it's actually a rip-off of a really good Japanese.
Ah, aquele jogo não é um bom jogo porque é uma cópia de um jogo japonês.
So, I'm sorry that I made you like it because it's actually a terrible game. But I also think that if it was a really good game, maybe we wouldn't have enjoyed playing it as much. We would have been so focused on how good it was and not the feelings we had while we were playing it. Like, my favorite vegetable is the tomato, but Yoon thinks that they're the grossest ever. And you're probably the least popular boy in the school, but I also like hanging out with you the most. Which was also something I wanted to talk to you about. I like hanging out with you a lot, which is weird because after what happened with my mom, I never like hanging out with anyone.
Star.
So this has been a big surprise for me this year, in
Stay.
a lot of ways.
Stay here.
I think I like that you let me talk. My cousin never lets me talk. My dad
Troféu.
does, but I can tell he's not really listening.
Ele quer ficar aqui. É o momento da vida, que é congelar, né? O momento da vida. Acontece isso na vida.
Out in the cold all night. You're already feeling sick, aren't you? It's okay. You still got this. I mean, all the practice had to count for something. Maybe just try and close
Nossa,
your
ele tá
eyes
com
now
sono,
and
moleque.
sleep on the way over. I'm going to play
Olha.
the recording so the sound of mastery can seep into your subconscious a little, okay? Close your eyes, Ben.
Tá mandando eu fechar o olho. É, pisquei, fazer o quê?
In your own time, Benjamin, we are very excited to hear.
Estamos muito apreensivos para ouvir você tocar. Eita, o moleque tá morrendo de sono. Que ideia, né? Aí tá tocando meio mal. Tá vendo? Deu umas falhadinhas. Ai. Ai, caçamba.
Okay, okay. I think that's enough.
Ah, não. Mandou parar.
So, Benjamin, why don't we plan on having you come
Eita,
back
que não vota no
next
ano que
year
vem?
again, once you've had a bit more time to practice? Yes?
Quando tiver mais tempo pra
As you
praticar
know,
mais.
Burton isn't the right fit for every student, and
Claro
I
que
wish you
Burton
the
não
best
tá
of luck on your
ideal pra
path,
todo estudante.
wherever it may take you, okay?
Nossa, moleque, que
I really want to
podia ter marcado pra outro dia,
Maybe I
né?
pushed you too hard. Maybe I turned into
Talvez
my
eu
own
tenha
father.
forçado muito você.
I don't know. You have to find something to focus on.
Você tem que achar alguma coisa pra
The
se
world isn't
focar.
very kind to people who aren't really good at something.
O mundo o mundo não é bom por quem não é bom em alguma coisa. Play big, be great.
I'm not worried about who you are, Benny.
Eu não tô preocupado com quem você é, Benny. Eu estou preocupado com quem você vai se tornar. Piscamos.
We want him home from school for a while. Just until this nasty thing clears.
Queremos ele na
Hey,
escola
Al,
mais
would you
pouco.
mind taking a quick walk with me down to my office? There's a small
Pode vir pro
clerical
meu
thing I need you to look at before I
escritório.
can let you two go.
Oh, yes, of course.
Clérico?
I'll be right back, Benny, okay?
Just
Eita,
maybe 5 minutes, kiddo. Okay?
eita, o que será que ele tem? Será que tem alguma coisa?
in his development. He shouldn't be confined to his room.
Esse é um tempo muito importante pro desenvolvimento. Ele não deveria estar preso no quarto dele.
We can focus him. Make sure he
Você deve se focar nele. Faça ele ficar engajado.
Speak a little softer.
Eita. Será que ele tá doente? Caramba. A praia da menina. Cadê a menina, hein?
This
Caramba.
isn't video game time. I want you to figure out
Ah, ele
something
tava
actually
sonhando com a
productive to do
praia.
while you're home from school.
Eu quero que você fique produtivo enquanto você tá fora da escola. Nossa, o moleque tá doente. Eita. Coisa pra dar, pra doar. Ah, o barquinho. Barquinho quando ele era nenê. Caramba. Ah, ele tá melhorando o desenho, tá vendo? Tá se focando no desenho. Olha aí, mais material de desenho. Ah, ele nem precisa olhar o barco agora. Olha! Tem até uma tablet aqui de desenho.
And Mr. Benjamin Brin has been awarded first
Ganhou o
place.
primeiro prêmio. Benjamin. Olha! Art School Application. Questão 3. Em 2 parágrafos curtos, descreva o que faz você buscar carreira nas artes. Olha que legal isso. Ah, muito legal. Que jogo genial.
You are not here to learn to
Tá
be
na escola de artes.
painters. You are here
Aqui a gente
to
escolhe o
learn
que a gente vai fazer, é isso?
artists. And although I was hired to
Onde tá essa
teach
caveira?
you, it is a sham. There is no teaching art.
É legal porque a gente meio que coloca os negócios no lugar que...
So don't just sit there slack-jawed. Make art, you ponies.
Nossa, o cara é bravo. Que legal. Peladão.
how very wacky and fun these are.
Caveira. Que isso? Que isso? Olha isso, rapaz. Que genial.
It's very zany, very kitsch.
Billy Zane. Quando você faz assim, ele muda.
Lucky for you, the world is always in need of more greeting card artists.
Ah, é muito legal, hein? Agora vai virar arte abstrata.
There you go.
Você vê que ele tá mudando. Olha isso, a arte tá mudando. Nossa, é o Miró aqui.
Feel each shape. Oh, you fiend.
Miró total aqui.
I want you all to take a long look at what Mr. Bryn has done here.
Quero que vocês olhem o que o Mr. Brin fez.
You see, he has reached down deep within himself and created a masterpiece.
Que legal. Ó, obra-prima do Benjamin Bryan.
I'm stunned. The ironic sincerity of this piece is so sincerely ironic.
He's flipped the discourse so thoroughly, I'm actually dizzy.
Ah, que
I know
legal.
that lots of agents gave you lots of cards, and it all probably feels weird and alienating and the opposite of what being a starving artist is supposed to feel like. But if I can teach you one thing, it's that if opportunity knocks, you open the door. Making a living isn't selling out. I wish I had thought of it that way.
Ah, muito legal isso. Toca no telefone.
Marvelous show last week. Truly stunning. I've never been prouder. And
Don't worry. You're not selling your soul.
Você não se preocupe, você não tá vendendo sua alma. Ele tá, o cara ainda tá ganhando dinheiro. Assinar o contrato.
I've got a good feeling about you. We're going to make a lot of money together.
Vamos fazer muito dinheiro juntos.
To actually making some money with one's art. Lord knows I could never do it.
É a Chloe?
Ooh, that's good.
Eu não sei se é Chloe. Que legal isso, né? Ó, estamos no Egito fazendo arte.
stop. Is that Benjamin Bryn?
Oh my god. I think it is.
Of all places.
Que legal. Agora a gente tá dirigindo.
Hey, honey. Your work's incredible.
Seus trabalhos são incríveis.
Stuff is wowing us all. But Ben, I've had an idea.
Ah, eu pisquei sem querer. Eita, foi mal.
Hey, Ben. Don't even pick up this call, okay? I mean it. I'm just calling to inform you that I went to the doctor today. And,
Eita.
well, I'm gonna be a little sick for a while. But really, I don't want you worrying about it at all. Oh, Benny, I told you not to pick up. There's nothing you can do for me right now.
Nossa, ela tá doente.
All you can do is just keep painting, keep striving.
Ah, eu não posso piscar.
Make that work of true genius. I can just tell you're almost there. So, I'm going to hang up the phone now, and you...
Caramba.
But that's enough from me. Now,
Ai, morreu.
person who I believe is
Ah,
the
arrepiei
single
até.
thing in the world my
Eita.
wife is most proud of. Her.
Que dó.
Go on, B. Say something.
Que dó. É, na verdade é a mãe, né?
Why aren't you talking?
Metrônomo. Não conseguiu falar.
Hey, honey. Guess who's calling? Again. Look,
Pontilismo.
you know I talk to big, important people. People who could change your life every day. What the hell am I supposed to say? What do you want me to say? That I haven't heard from my star client in 6 months?
Nossa. 6 meses ela não ouviu falar dele. Ele só desenha a mãe em várias formas. É a mãe ou a Chloe? Eu tô na dúvida, mas eu acho que é a mãe.
Well, here's the call. We're finished. We're done so kaput. It's over. Would you shut the hell up, Tabitha? I'm trying to fire a client in here. Who? Some washed up, stick up his ass, too good to sell prick.
Nossa.
Probably isn't even listening to this.
É, a mãe agora não tá mais educada, não.
Just calling to tell you,
Nossa.
I think I'm selling the house. She's everywhere here, son. I can't move without bumping into her.
Caramba.
Take whatever you want.
Ele vai vender a casa, o
Mother
pai.
gone, I'm hoping to finally live without all the clutter. I'm just so glad you got to speak to her one last time. I mean, I know she told you not to pick up the phone, but, well, I'm just so happy that you did. She just wanted you to focus on your work. That was the only thing that mattered to her. What's that? What's so fascinating, son?
Caramba. Vamos fazer um desenho aqui. É a mãe e criança tocando. Desenho abstrato aqui, né?
Look. It's unbelievable, Benny. It's like she's standing in the room with us. Like I can see her in the paint. I can
O dia da passagem. Inspirado pela composição musical da mãe falecida.
Your neighbor.
A compositora é Alice Silvers. Olha, Chloe!
Believe this. It's been years. I just walked through the entire show. It's unbelievable. I'd love to walk through it again with you. I mean, if you were down for that. I just can't believe that my entire childhood, I was living next to a bona fide genius. I should have guessed it. I mean, with all those little drawings. And your mom. I always heard her playing piano from next door. Hey, so, not to be forward, but what are you doing after this? Maybe we could get a drink or something? I'd really love to catch up. I can't believe everything that's happened to you. I want to hear all about it.
Eita.
Now would you look at that?
Eita.
Believe my luck.
Voltamos.
You finally hit the jackpot, Flapjack. Oh, the nobody nothing's dying every day. You finally sink your hook into a... Whoa! Well, there you are. Well, hello, sir. If I had realized, I would have cleaned up. I'm just used to fishing up a different class of soul. I mean, sure, I've had scientists, a couple college athletes here or there, but whew, an internationally renowned painter? The gatekeeper's gonna eat you up. Hey, speaking of that, why don't we give
Ficou
your story a
impressionado
test
que ele é um
run?
pintor internacional.
Help me out with the word choice, since, you know, I'm still working on that. See if I'm getting all the strokes right, the proper composition, if you catch my drift. Forget about it. All right, here we go.
Fiz uma piadinha da pintura dele.
Gatekeeper! Before you stands the soul of a great man. Now, would would you describe yourself as a happy kid
Você era
or
um
a lonely one?
garoto feliz ou sozinho? Acho que era lonely, né?
His childhood was a lonely one, growing up as a strange, quiet child in an isolated seaside town. And, what'd you say your mom was? A composer or an accountant?
Composer.
His mother was a composer who, with the need to support her family, took a job as an accountant. How would you describe her as a teacher? More
Como era a sua mãe como
or
professora?
demanding?
Era corajosa
Kinda like
ou demanding?
Champion or more like
Demanding. Ela obrigava
Therefore,
muito, né?
as his piano teacher, she was over-demanding, forcing him to practice day in and day out, hoping that he might one day achieve that greatness that she never could.
Isso aí.
And how about that neighbor girl? What was she to you?
Como a
Was she
vizinha
your
era pra você?
Best friend or your first love?
Acho que era First Love,
Be
né?
honest here.
First Love.
But on the eve of his big audition, he completely dropped the ball, staying up all night with his first love and blowing it the next day. Now, from that moment forward, his mother gave up on him. She knew he didn't have what it took to be a truly great musician. But little did she know, she just picked the wrong medium, right? See, when he was 12 years old,
Quando ele teve
he
12
got
anos, ele ficou
sick,
doente
and he had to stay
e
inside
teve que
for
ficar
an
dentro por
entire
ano.
year. In that year, he rediscovered a talent he'd forgotten.
Ele redescobriu a pintura.
Sure, he loved finger painting as a child. Color and shape were the first languages he learned to speak. But for the first time, he saw it in a more serious light. He was accepted into an exclusive art school where he caught the eye of an esteemed professor who launched his work into the national spotlight. Now be quiet, all of you. With expectations on his career mounting, he stalled himself into bankruptcy, which turned out to be a blessing, for it wasn't until he returned home to the house he grew up in that he began work on what would ultimately be considered his masterpiece. Shut up, you scumballs! You mucky fowls! All right! I get it! I hear what you're saying.
Eita.
I hear what you're saying. I had assumed as much anyway. I should probably tell you, those things, they're not regular
Isso
gulls.
aqui não são gaivotas
They're
normais.
liar birds.
São pássaros
They're what
mentirosos.
becomes of souls who tried to lie to the gatekeeper. And once they try that, they're never allowed near her city again.
Ele come a alma de quem tenta mentir pra entrar na cidade.
Defending them right, so they just stay on with me. Living
Eita.
reminders of my
Será que não era verdade essa história?
oratory shortcomings. Oh, yeah, good thinking. I'll be back to get you once I'm done with this one. Hopefully you won't be seeing him again.
Caramba, hein?
You're a flea-bitten sap, you know that? Just look at him.
Ah, tá subindo.
Poor fool doesn't know what he's in for.
Nossa. Caramba, hein? Que jogo bacana. Que jogo bacana.
Now Don't think that I haven't dealt with people like you.
Não pense que eu não já... Você está com vergonha de alguma coisa terrível que está tentando esconder do passado. Piscar do passado. Ela vai punir alguém tão inútil quanto você. Nossa. Eita. Eu deveria te jogar fora e lavar minhas mãos. Assim que eu pus os olhos em vocês. Mas é muito longe pra isso. Muito tarde pra isso. Estamos nisso juntos. E o guardião vai ver, ela vai ver todas as suas mentiras. Eu vou perguntar pra você de novo, começar agora do começo, mas eu quero a verdade. Eita! É outra história. Mas vai ficar pro próximo vídeo. Porque eu tô achando espetacular esse jogo. Eu acho que a gente vai até o fim nele aqui no canal. Beleza? Mesmo que assim, às vezes que a gente começa uma série aqui no canal, o pessoal não assiste tanto, o pessoal não continua assistindo. Mas é muito bom e vale a pena. Quando o jogo vale a pena, eu vou trazer ele inteiro aqui no canal. Beleza? Então, em breve voltaremos com Before Your Eyes. Lembra de dar um like aí. Isso aí vai dizer pra gente que vocês gostam, né, do conteúdo que a gente produz. Se inscreve no canal se ainda não é inscrito e clica no sininho de notificação se ainda não for inscrito. E se ainda não clicou aí para receber as novidades. Beleza? Valeu e até a próxima.